Welcome to DHN. I'm your host, Wade Teamer. Now, we have the text crawl going behind me, and you may be wondering, what is the details of the information that he has for me in this video? Well, before I reveal what that is, I must ask you a question first. What if XRP was fully compatible with Ethereum? Now, I know what you're saying. Some of the XRP veterans are like Youngblood. We already have had federated sidechains going on the better part of 2 years now, and that allowed for wrapped XRP to now live on Binance, which at first had me curious, but after going through the contents of this video, I now understand why. In addition, earlier in the year, we had XRP added to multi-chain, also allowing it to connect with Evm compatible blockchains. And we can't forget about the almighty WAN chain bridging XDC to both Bitcoin and the XRP ledger. And then we also have Allbridge, who successfully integrated the XRP ledger into their ecosystem, again, to link XRP with a number of EVM and non-EVM compatible chains. And then lastly, we also have to remember the Flare network. And I know there's a bit of controversy about the Flare network, but the education to take from it is that what the Flare network is looking to do for XRP is allow its smart contracts to be interoperable. And that's important because if you're able to use XRP smart contracts, you're able to use XRP's speed, functionality, and all of the other great things that come with it. The reoccurring theme to everything that I have showed you so far is that all of the interoperability, the cross-chain, multi-chain moves that XRP has made recently required a third party, which brings us back to our question. What if XRP could do this on its own? Well, I was watching an episode of the Ripple Drop. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ripple's YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, I would highly advise you to do so. But on this particular episode of the Ripple Drop, they had a Ripple X developer, a lead developer on, and she detailed something that XRP is getting ready to do. Let's take a listen.
The XRP ledger, so how does it specifically bridge with other blockchains, and is that way unique?
So there are some bridges. For example, Allbridge recently added XRP support, so you can move funds between the XRP ledger and I believe the Binance Smart Chain. We at Ripple are also working on a production release of sidechains, and what sidechains are is you have the main network, the main blockchain, and sidechains are kind of a parallel network that the idea is they derive their value from the main chain. And so they're kind of like a layer 1.5 type of thing, like not quite a layer 1, but because also not quite a layer 2 because it does have its own validators and validation. So it's not depending on the main network to actually validate its transactions. And so what Ripple's doing is we're working on adding support for sidechains to the XRP ledger, and that will allow people to essentially add custom functionality to the XRP ledger via sidechains. They can write their own sidechains that have whatever special features that they need or want and basically have their own blockchain to play around with. And they don't need to worry about needing to somehow make a bridge because that's already built into what we're doing. And we're also working on EVM-based sidechains, Ethereum virtual machine. And so that will allow people to basically use Solidity smart contracts, but still within the XRP ledger ecosystem. So you can, for example, you have all your XRP, you could transfer it over to this EVM sidechain, interact with whatever smart contracts you want, and leave it there for whatever period of time you want, or move it back and continue to interact with the DEX or something like that.
So what she just described was an Ethereum virtual machine. Now, for some of you that may be newer to the space, let's explain what an Ethereum virtual machine is. Simply, it's a piece of software that can execute smart contracts and compute the state of the Ethereum network after each new block has been added to the chain. This makes it possible for smart contracts deployed on EVM compatible chains such as Polygon or Avalanche to be recognized by Ethereum nodes. This also allows developers to port their dApps or tokens over from Ethereum to other EVM compatible chains with relative ease. Now, an example of this we can pull from the Terra Luna situation, honestly, when after the collapse, what we started to see was so many developers leaving the Terra ecosystem and going over to chains like Matic, for example. Now, Chronos, crypto.com is also EVM compatible, and once they kick that on, you'll note you saw the difference in the crypto.com DeFi wallet app. Okay, Binance Smart Chain, same situation. That's why there are so many apps in these ecosystems. Tron as well, I believe, is EVM compatible. But if you want to know what else this is going to look like, we're going to jump back to an Apex Developer Summit from 2001, and we're going to read some words from the man himself, Mr. David Schwartz, about what he sees coming to XRP with the help of EVM compatibility. This is from the Apex Dev Summit that happened in September of last year, and David Schwartz said that Ethereum virtual machine chains would be one of the first applications of the new feature. This, at the time, he was speaking about the federated side chains that were still in an engineering preview. Notice how she said in the clip, the production release. Okay, so that means that now this is going to go to the public. But he says that the ability to move tokens is what makes them federated. And I think she hit on that too, where having the ability to move value. All right, that's one of the key use cases for XRP. If anyone ever asks you, tell them the exchange of value. That's what XRP masters. Now, he also added that federated sidechains make it possible to work on a host of new applications that were not possible before. The most exciting one, according to him, is DeFi. And that is very exciting because could you imagine with DeFi, the crux of DeFi is payments, transactions. And I don't know if you've ever used XRP or sent XRP to a friend, something like that. It literally takes less than a minute. I've never had an issue, even when the markets were down. But he also added that he is convinced that the migration of smart contracts from Ethereum to the XRP ledger would minimize the barrier to entry for future DeFi developers, guys. And if you just look at things like their NFT creator fund, they're looking for the future developers, okay? And this would also include, and he's going to mention that too at the end of this, apart from DeFi applications, federated sidechains also unlock such use cases as NFTs and central bank digital currencies. Now, that's another interesting thing to take note of because there are a few countries, about a handful of countries, who have tested their CBDCs on Ethereum. So now that they have the opportunity to test it on the XRP ledger, which is designed for payments, oh wee boy, November's looking hotter and hotter by the day. Now, lastly, he hinted at the fact that Amazon could potentially use this. Don't gas me up, David. All right, a Ripple and Amazon, that is how we get to 586 or whatever that crazy number is. But guys, pretty much, we have EVM compatibility coming to XRP, and this is going to be not just for the engineers or the test net, but this is going to be on the main net for the XRP ledger, and that's going to do some amazing things, not only for the price, but just ecosystem development in general. So with all that being said, that's all I got for you in this video. Don't worry, I am aware that Coinbase and BlackRock just got married. We're going to take care of that a little bit later on today. I am preparing some educational content for the members. We're starting with an introduction to GameFi. Okay, a couple of our members are avid investors of gaming tokens, and in the Digit Hustle Diamond membership, that's what we cover, guys. We take deep dives into the educational side of blockchain, so that way you have a better understanding of the technology. So if you want to benefit from that, feel free, if you will, press that join button right underneath this video. However, in the meantime, what I want you to do is check out this video on how XRP is way more than payments, guys. We cover the importance of ODL, the NFT creator fund that was started, and the impact that has come from it. While you do that, you know what I want you to do. Have a great day. Have a prosperous day. And most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'll see you in the next video.